I'm Joanne. So it was actually recommended to a friend who I used to work with. She used to come all the time and she could not stop raving about it. Yeah, so I've been members of other gyms before. I used to go really regularly before I went to university, and then I stopped for a few years. I did try going to another one in Nottingham, but I basically found that the group sessions, because the sessions were so big, that it was actually really difficult to sort of get any help, especially with my disability. My disability is I'm a bilateral below knee amputee. I've been that way since I was 6. One of the challenges is basically I was really struggling to walk for like long distances or even stand just on the spot for a lot amount of time without my legs really hurting. Basically when I was members of other gyms, I found that especially with the big groups that I was sort of almost like the afterthought, like they would go ahead and sort of help everyone else that was there and then sort of like try and make up sort of exercises on the spot, and it would usually be me standing in a corner doing it by myself. It really made me feel sort of a bit sort of depressed, I guess, because as much as I wanted to get involved with it, I felt that because I didn't have that support, I didn't really stick with anything. So RB5 is really different for me. This is actually the very first gym that I've ever been able to sort of take my legs off for sort of like a whole session. It's just everyone's really welcoming and really supportive, and the fact that RB5 sort of tailors everything, so I basically can't say I can't do that. Something's always adapted, so I'm able to do it. So my main goal for becoming a member, in January I had issues with my legs. It started took 2 days. Within 2 days I wasn't allowed to walk on my legs for 6 to 8 weeks. I was in absolute agony, and during that time I was wheelchair bound, and it basically really made me realise like sort of how unfit I'd become, and the fact that when you've got to go around in a wheelchair, even just having the strength to sort of get out, even transfer, like going to the bathroom, anything like that. So once I had healed, I was determined that I was going to get fitter. I've achieved loads really. The first one I'd say is the confidence. Just being able to come in and know that I can actually do it and having the support. But I've been able to do loads of things that I never thought I could. Like I can do sort of like pulling the plough at 140 kilos, just even squats where I'd never thought I'd be able to do them. Little things like that, it's just great to me. For me, with the personal training, it's basically I always need that sort of push. So even though I want to do it, I like that push of sort of being encouraged to go further every time. And for me, it's sort of one of my goals was basically just to get stronger. So being able to see me increase the amount of weights and everything that I can lift gradually as that comes is really good. My favourite thing about RB5 is just how open and welcoming everyone is. Like I said before, just being able to sort of do any exercises without my legs on, and not be judged or sort of openly. I'd recommend RB5 just because it's more of a community. It's small, but you have so much support. Everyone's there to help you, and it's just really friendly and welcoming. So although RB5 is a bit more expensive than other gyms I've been to before, just the fact that I get all of the support has really helped. Like before, I hadn't even really stuck to a gym membership before. I'd maybe go for a couple of weeks here and there, and then I'd always have a week off. But I've basically been coming since March, sort of every single week. I've not really missed practically any session. And I'm even looking to build it up multiple times, and that's purely just because of how sort of supportive the environment is.